Good afternoon. My name is Molly Ward, and when I was asked to speak this afternoon, I agreed to do so as a priest in the Episcopal Church USA. My denomination is part of the Anglican Communion, which with 80 million members is the third largest branch of Christianity and includes both the Episcopal Church USA and the Church of England. I offer that context because many of the political and ecclesiastical leaders who over the decades have been involved in bringing Israel and Palestine to the place where we are today were and are members not just of the broader Christian religion, but of the specifically Anglican branch of the Jesus movement. Frankly, we Anglicans have a lot to answer for. And as an Anglican, I have come to the conclusion that the very least that I can do is to share what my spiritual leaders have offered as long-standing and persistent calls for a ceasefire and humanitarian aid. Thus, I would like to read to you a letter that the Most Reverend Michael Curry, presiding bishop of the Episcopal Church USA, wrote back in early November. Sadly, the numbers that he references in his letter are outdated by 20,000 lives. You may know him as the pastor who is always talking about love. And he is. Bishop Curry wrote last fall that today he was mindful, that day he was mindful that the urgency of love, true sacrificial love, that respects all of humanity, is not just a good feeling, and it is not easy. We are called to a love that demands much from us. We are called to a love that tells the truth. Today, that is back in November, I raise my voice, he wrote, for love because then more than 10,000 people have died in Gaza, including more than 4,000 children. The violence is still horrific, and the geopolitics are still complex. But my call to love is simple. Stop the killing.
Yes.
Yes.
Stop all of it. Stop it today. Woo! Woo! We will not be silent. We will not be silent while an entire population is denied food, water, electricity, and fuel needed to run hospitals. We cannot stand by while thousands of civilians die. Our partners in the region tell us they live in terror, that they feel that they have died even while alive. They feel that the international community, that would be us, is tacitly sanctioning the killing of civilians and the bombing of schools, hospitals, and refugee camps. Staying quiet in this moment would be a stain upon our souls.
Yes.
And would deepen our complicity. U.S. leadership must tell Israel to stop Gaza. Wow. Now, yesterday, back in November, back in October, every human child of God, Palestinian and Israeli, deserves safety and security. We need to stop the killing today. Vengeance will not bring back the dead. Retaliation will not repair the harms and the hurt. We are called to love, even and especially when it seems impossible. He wrote back in November, we must stop the next 10,000 from being killed. As Episcopalians, we must call upon our leaders, President Biden, members of Congress, and others, to be unequivocal that we need to stop the killing today. This is clearly what love demands of us. Woo!